the picture automatically. Now wearing a ring is allowed in Islam. Don't misunderstand me. Whether male or female, you may wear rings. For the brothers, not gold. Whether white gold or regular gold, you can wear silver, brass, or whatever kind of you would like to use. That's fine. But golden rings are not allowed. For the sisters, they can wear whatever they want, golden rings or otherwise, but not engagement or wedding rings. طيب. And you know what happens usually, to add to this topic, that whenever the man places the engagement ring on the woman, does he do it himself or does he have someone else do it for him? He does it himself. And a woman who's engaged to him is what? A stranger. So holding her hand to put the ring is not even allowed. Some people act funny. Say, okay, I'll have my brother do it. Brother, come on, man. This is your brother. He's still not a mahram. He's not a mahram for her. You know, if you're not doing it, well, my brother does it. It's still haram for him to do this. Neither one of you can touch her hand. Okay? So no engagement ring. And if somebody wanted to give his fiancé a ring, he still can't put it on himself. Put it in a box and put it there, and then she pick it up after you leave. That's how it works, with the presence of family members. طيب. Let us move on to the nikah. Assuming you had some engagement, nikah, which is the actual marriage. Common innovations. Fatiha. You've heard this one before? If you're Lebanese, you know they may say, Rayt al-Fatiha. And if you're Syrian, Rayt al-Fatiha. And if you're Egyptian, Rayt al-Fatiha wala eh. Whichever one of these you use, it's an innovation. Whether you use Lebanese, Syrian, Egyptian, I don't know other dialects. I'm sorry, I'm only limited to 3 today. Whatever one you use, it's an innovation. There's no Fatiha in the nikah, and there's no Fatiha at the grave of the dead, and there's no Fatiha over the dead. People put the Fatiha everywhere. Anytime they don't know what to put, Fatiha, brother. Anytime there's something missing, it's like fill in the blanks. You know, in the exams, fill in the blanks. Okay, I don't know the answer. Fatiha. But stop this stuff. Stop this nonsense. There's no Fatiha. Ibn Mas'ud said that the Prophet ﷺ taught them khutbat al-haja in weddings and other occasions. What is khutbat al-haja? The one I began my lecture with, which has continuation, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu taqullaha haqqa tuqatih, until amma ba'd fa inna asdaq al-hadith kitabullah. This one, which you hear on Jumu'ah and other occasions, this is called khutbat al-haja. This is the sunnah in what? Marriage. How often do people apply it today? Seldom. You may never hear it in a wedding, but this is the sunnah of the wedding. But instead they do the Fatiha. And you know, I don't know what else they come up with, man. But you know, all this is a big no. Dowries. 2 things I would like to mention. 2 major problems Muslims have in dowries. First, the idea that some people sell their daughters. You know, it's like he opens a store. When he gets married, he says, let me see, I'm going to have 4 girls, 5 girls, okay? So let me see this. When he sees his daughter, he sees 35,000 riyals walking by. And this one is more beautiful. I think she's 40,000 riyals, going by. This one graduated sooner. She's 50,000 riyals. And then at the end of the day, they open a shop and they sell their daughters. Who would like to buy? How much fulus you have? You have enough fulus? Ahlan. You don't have enough fulus? See you later. He's religiously committed. He fears Allah. He prays in it. It doesn't matter. It's business. Crazy attitude. You know, the way of the Salaf, the way of the righteous predecessors has become absent almost today. You know what they used to do? The man he would look for a husband for his daughter among righteous men. He will go to the masjid, see which man, he's consistent on salah, doing the good stuff. He will come and tell him, listen, would you like to marry my daughter? This is the way of the prophets and the messengers. Even Musa alayhi salam, he was offered that woman in marriage by the man, whom some people say is Shu'aib. It's not Shu'aib. There's a huge time gap between Musa and Shu'aib alayhi salatu wassalam. The point being, this was the sunnah. You look for a righteous man for your daughter. Whether he is wealthy or not, this is secondary. Does he fear Allah or not? This is a priority and the importance. Today, not only we don't do that, it's money talks. You got money, you can marry my daughter. You don't got money, then there's nothing for you here. This is a calamity. It makes marriage difficult for the people. Very difficult, because many people can't afford it. cannot afford it. We will deal with the extravagance. But between the dowry and the hall and the food and the clothing and man, you pay more than you would ever make in your life. People borrow money from this person and that person, they get a loan from the bank, they buy a car in installments, then they sell it cash. Man, they go through all kinds of things just to get married. And then the next day his wife turns out to be, a zombie. Or for the sister, the husband turns out to be, some wacko. And it's like all this money has been spent for you, and it's a major disappointment. If it was cheap and it didn't work out, say we didn't lose much. Sorry sister, it didn't work out. You don't like me, I don't like you. Alhamdulillah ala kulli hal. We didn't spend much. Everybody goes his own way. But people what happens is, I spent all this money for this. I can't afford to get married again. I have to stick with her for the rest of my life. And his sister will develop the same attitude. So you'll have couples that are living with each other who are not happy with each other. Why? Because the way they entered into the marriage was a very complicated way. You see what I'm saying? So it's very important then that we keep these things, to the limit of Islam, which is, don't go overboard. You want to know something amazing? The Prophet ﷺ said, خَيْرُ الصَّدَاقِ أَيْسَرُهُ. The best dowry is the one that is most affordable. He said in another riwayah, خَيْرُ النِّكَاحِ أَيْسَرُهُ. The best marriage is the one which is most affordable. Now, let me give you some information which you don't know. You know Fatima radiallahu anha? Who was she? The daughter of the Prophet ﷺ. Who did she marry? Ali. You know what was her dowry? A shield. An armor. A shield. This is the daughter of the Messenger of Allah. Ali told him, I have nothing to give her, O Messenger of Allah. He said, what happened to that shield? He said, I have it. He said, give it to her. The Prophet ﷺ himself never married a woman, nor did he give one of his daughters in marriage for more than 12 uqiyah. You know how much 12 uqiyah is? 135 riyals. He never paid more than 135 riyals, nor did he give his daughters in marriage for more than 135 riyals. I made the calculation for the international audience. In dollars, that's $36. In British pounds, it is 24 British pounds. That's the sunnah. You like to go more? We say no problem. But don't make it in such a way where either the woman is being sold or the man cannot afford it. The Prophet ﷺ allowed a man to marry with a silver ring. He told him, iltamis, walau khatam min hadid. Even if it's a ring from silver, أو كما قال صلى الله عليه وسلم, get it. But pay something. Some of the Sahaba, some of the Salaf got married with some Quran they had memorized. They promised they would teach the sister some of the Quran which they had memorized. This was the blessed life. And in the Hadith Sahih, in Ibn Majah, the Prophet ﷺ said, one of the signs that the woman is blessed is that the proposal is made easy, her dowry is made affordable, and she produces children easily. That's one of the signs that the woman is blessed. Meaning, one of the signs that she's not blessed, if it's complicated to propose to her, her dowry is made complicated, and so is the idea of producing children. Unless she has some physical illness, wallah al-musta'an. This is the sunnah. How often do you see this among the Muslims today? Allah al-musta'an. Inshallah things will change, bi'idhnillah azza wa jal. Now if you want to get married, you better know that there should be a wali, a guardian representing the sister, and 2 witnesses, and ijab and qabul, meaning the wali will say, I give you so and so, whatever her name is, in marriage, and the man says, I accept. 2 witnesses must be there, and it should be her guardian. Why am I saying this? Because many women wind up giving themselves in marriage by themselves.